moving on now to the sectional end elevation. And you can see here that we're cutting through at this point here, so it's like cutting through, you can imagine cutting down this way. Imagine a kind of cutting plane there that's cutting this way. Okay, so all of this side here is away, and all we're left with is this. So in actual fact, oh my goodness, that's not good. I just trailed some pencil over the drawing, just to tidy it up a wee bit. So what we're doing here is we're going to be drawing the sectional view. I always think it's good to think about what the basic shape is, because if you can get the basic shape right, then the rest of it should follow. And essentially the basic shape is the end elevation here, okay, because that's what we're going to be drawing here, minus the holes, because this side doesn't have any holes in it. But the basic position here of the pin and all that kind of stuff is what we've got. Okay, so you can project across the heights, or the sort of bottom and the top there to get the height. From the end elevation here, we can work out how wide it is. We've got like a starting point using that centre line, so we can use our set square and our compass, and we can measure that width, and we can just mark that on. I need to do some extending of lines here to help me do this. Okay, so mark that one there. Okay, and mark it on there. That gives us the overall width. So I'm going to build up the basic shape first, and then as I say, we'll worry about the sectional parts once we've done that. That's the basic shape, basic outline anyway. You can see it's narrower than that, it's the width of this here. I'm going to project across these wee chamfers, because of course I'm going to see these actually as sort of sloping lines now in this. You can work out some information from this. I'm just going to add some lines to it just to help me work out a few things. Okay, so just measure how far in it is from the side here. And mark that on there and there. I actually think they're 45 degrees, so they are. So I could just have come in here and done this, which should probably been a lot quicker. We'll just do that. So just draw these in. Okay, and same at the bottom. So do it there. You can see that there's a bit of an error in the measurement there, because of the width of the blade, or the width of the pencil on the end of the compass. It can sometimes throw off your measurement, so you've got to be careful of that. Okay, here's the basic outline. Okay, so it should look similar to that, which it does. Okay, we're going to be cutting through this part on the right hand bracket and this part on the left hand bracket. So we project across the positions of these here and here, and we'll also project across from here. Okay. So each of these bits is being cut through, but obviously in the middle of them you've got the pin. So the pin itself is being cut through. Now, one thing just to note, although it's a separate part, normally if it's a separate part, what you would do is you would hatch it in a different direction to show that it's a separate part, but pins you don't hatch. So we will be including the position of the pin, we'll be drawing the outline of the pin, but we won't be showing it hatched at all. Okay, I'm just going to project across some information here, like the top, where the top of the pin is, and where the bottom. Well, we know where the bottom is here, that's fine. Okay, so we take some information from the pin. The pin is cylindrical, so any sizes I take from here should be the same on the sectional end. So just mark this in here. Okay, a lot of you screaming at me going, oh wait a minute, why don't I just use your 45? Well, that's exactly what I should do. So just do it. Okay, this looks slightly different. And the reason for that, there's two reasons actually. One is that I've been slightly out when I've been drawing this here, so it's a bit higher there. So actually what I'm going to do is just rub this out, and you do this from time to time. And I'm going to lower this down a wee bit so that it looks a bit better and it's closer to the truth about it, if you like. Okay, that looks better now. Let's make a wee adjustment there. Okay, so this carries on down to this point here, where it then narrows, and we get the narrowing information. I'm going to take my narrowing information from here. As you can see again, I've just made that far too wide. Apologies for doing that, kind of happens. Compass is not wide enough, is quite a broad tip on it. Again, I could have just used that line there, I suppose. This is going well, this video. All the other ones are much better than this, trust me. Okay, and then lastly, we've just got the wee, for this bit anyway, we've just got the wee chamfer marks there. Okay. Right, what's cut and what's not cut is really the question, I suppose. Well, the only parts that are actually being cut through are this part here and this part here. The back is completely unaffected. The pin has been cut through, and so when we draw the pin, we're not going to show any hatching in it, but it has been cut through. So I'm just going to show you this bit, sham with hatching. Okay, I'm going to firm this in. It's nice and where the top of it is, and the bottom of it. And then this lower part is a different part, so what we need to do is hatch it in the opposite direction, and we do an offset. What we don't do is like join that line onto there, we have to offset it a wee bit, so we do that, offsetting the. And the reason for that is just to make sure it's really clear that they are separate parts. Okay, so again, offsetting the drawing. Action anyway. Okay, we'll just start the things in. So, and then let's get darken in the outline of the pin as well, just so that it's nice and clear. essentially that for that drawing. Just double check it, just check everything, we've included everything. There's no holes in it, so that's okay. We've hatched the bits that have been cut, which is there and there, and the pin itself hasn't been cut, so we just show it as is. Okay. The reason you can see the pin is because we have actually cut through the middle of it, so we do see that part. If it was going to be fastidious, I would, and I should be, because I'm trying to go for very accurate drawing, I'll just go over my outlines and just make sure that everything is as neat as I can possibly make it, just before I sign off the drawing. And that is that drawing finished.